unapologetic because I have been gone. It was just, frankly, vacationing time. And now I have been gone on vacationing for actually, I went away for 10 days, and then before I went away for 10 days, I went away for 4 days prior to that. And so basically most of the month of July I have been on vacation, and some of June I was on vacation or prepping to go on vacation and stuff like that. And so now I'm back. Hi. And I'm actually I miss speaking to some of you guys out there. Though I've been trying to keep up with a couple of videos and stuff like that, I really, where we go to, there's not very good internet reception. I go camping a lot. And just to get away from all of it, just to get my kids away from video games, to get my kids away from social media, to get them away from everything for a couple of weeks, where we are forced to be together and not ignore each other with our phones and stuff like that. So I do a lot of camping, especially during the summer months. And by the time you come back to what is called civilization or back home, and you're able to get back on social media, there's a lot of things that you find that you miss, and you got to get yourself back into the mood of doing. So for me, that was sewing. I truly have missed sewing. And I wanted to really get back into the mood of doing my sewing and doing the videos. And I didn't realize how much of a process this was until I had to come back and sit down and actually do a video. And before I could even do a video, I had to do a project. And so the first project I wanted to do coming back was something that was pretty, I don't know, easy. I didn't want it to be too many pieces, and so I had to go through my stash of patterns. And guys, so when I'm looking through my stash of patterns, you know, I'm like, oh, this would be perfect. No, too many pieces. Oh, this would be good. No, I don't have this, and I don't want to go to the store. And so I really wanted to do something where I was actually going through my scrap patterns, more or less, you know. I wanted something easy. I mean, something that didn't require me to go to the store, that didn't require me to spend more than a day doing it. And so what I came up with after searching high and low was the drape top. Yes, the drape top. Now this pattern came out by Simply Sewing magazine. It was in one of their magazines. I want to say the January, February, December edition. I don't know, somewhere around that time frame, guys. It came out the same time that Tilly the Buttons put out the Frankie hoodie in that magazine, just before her book came out. And so the drape top was in there, and there was also a dress. Don't quote me on the dress. I'm pretty sure I'll come up with it one day. But the top was in there. And when I first saw the top, truthfully, guys, I looked at it and was not very much impressed by it. I'm serious. I was looking at it and I just didn't think it fit the model very well. So I was looking and I was like, no, this probably won't work for me. And it became one of those things, one of those patterns I just put away and never thought about again. Until now. I needed a pattern that was just going to be easy. And this pattern fit all options. I was able to do it with one, scrap materials. I didn't have to go and, you know, cut into my 2.5 yards of fabric or 3 yards of fabric that I'm pretty sure I want to make a dress with. In fact, I went through my scraps where I only had maybe a yard left. You only need a yard. If you're if you're like small, you can do it under a yard. If you're a nice sized girl like me, you might need a yard, maybe a yard and a quarter. And maybe not even that. It depends on how wide the fabric is and, you know, what you're playing with here. Anyway, so yes, this I was able to easily do with scrap fabrics. If you're, excuse me, but one of the things I want to note with the yardage and stuff like that, if you're my size, you might want to do it with the, I want to say the 58" to 60" fabric, the wider fabric. You can get away with under a yard of fabric. So just a little side note there. Anyway, so I did it with scrap fabrics. So these were already projects like, if you guys remember with this, I made a little girl's dress out of this one. I think my daughter's Easter dress was made from this one. This one, I don't think I ever showed you guys. This one I made for Christmas. My mom, one of those, what they call a moo-moo dress. And I had like a yard or so, maybe, 2 yards of this left. And so a yard of this was actually used to make me this top. So great fabric buster as far as with scraps. 2 pieces. And then you have to make some bias tape. So that settled, basically not a lot of cutting, not too much marking either. There's a few marks, but not, I mean, truthfully, if I put more down, if I put 4 marks down, I'm surprised I did that. Easily, this can be easy, I want to say 1 hour project, depending on your skill level. If you are truly a beginner, it's going to probably take you maybe another hour, 2 hours at the most. I'll say 2 hours at the most if you're really going slow, but truthfully this is a 1 hour project. I busted 3 of these out in 1 day. Once I started on the first project, I got geeked and it actually started revving me up and getting me very excited about sewing again, so I made 3. Now why am I only showing you 2? Because I hated the third one. And I should show you what it looked like, but basically it was a, this pattern recommends drape material, so basically knits. And I did it out of a knit. And if I did that knit first, I would have totally hated it and never did the other 2. But before I looked at the fabric recommendation, I was going off the picture and I thought the picture looked like a woven. So I did it off of woven material first. And when I did it from the woven material, it fit, it went on my head. I didn't think nothing of it until when I was later reading, just, trying to, reading the instructions so I can do a video and stuff like that. And I realized that it said I was supposed to do it with knits. So, of course, I grabbed some knit material out and I sewed it up with knit material and, nope, don't like it. Not with the knits. I actually love it more with the woven material. And the next ones that I do will be with woven material. I'm not recommending that you do it this way. This is what I prefer and this is my preference for sewing this top up. I like the hang of this. Especially when you sit up, it doesn't cling to my size. It doesn't show my belly. It's just totally, to me, it has a flattering neckline. This, because the woven material that I used was very light, it was easy. I mean, this is easy to put on, easy to wear, and I don't feel like I'm just wearing too much, especially during these very hot days of summer. We have had numerous over 90-degree weather, and you don't want to wear a bunch of clothing and you don't want to wear anything that makes you hot or feels sticky or clings to you. And I find that I really do like this, and unfortunately for me, the knits are just not doing it for me right now. This one is made from crepe and this one is made from, I want to say, some type of satin rayon finish material. So that's what I made these from. And so, basically it is just that simple. I sewed them up and it was one of those projects that I was just pleasantly surprised. Like I said, I wasn't that flattered about, when I looked at this, I was like, I'm not going to like this. I'm probably just going to do one and see how it comes out. And then I was pleasantly surprised. And then I was like, oop, I did it in the wrong material. And then I was like, oh, you would never do it in that material again. Alright guys, thank you for watching my video. Please subscribe and hit that like button down below. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.